commission meeting, 8:30, June 18th, 2024. We start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Will you please stand? Item number 3 on the agenda is an invitation for citizens schedules time on the commission agenda for an item not listed. There's a 5-minute time limit per person. Anyone wanting to speak during the agenda item must sign in prior to the start of the meeting. No commission action will be taken during this agenda item. Any requested action item may be scheduled for a future meeting. We have nobody signed in this morning, so we'll move on to item number 4, approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments? Changes? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 5 is consent agenda items. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Second.
We have the minutes, the travel education, personnel action notices, cellular authorizations, human services report. Any additions or corrections? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Hostler.
Aye.
Bartley.
Aye.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item number 6 is routine business, approval of the claims. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move approval. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments? Additions, corrections? Hearing none, I'll call the roll, please.
Bartley.
Aye.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B on routine business is department head reports. Brian from the Highway Department, start.
Good morning.
Morning.
A couple projects that we've been working on. We did a culvert up on County Road 40, so that was closed for a day, and then we began on County Road 19, or the Clubhouse Road, and we closed the road on the 12th, and we did the removals of the bridge ends, and BX Civil was on site on June 13th, and with in between rains, their work continues, and we have a pre-con meeting at 10:30 today with Bose, so we'll figure out when they're going to be on that road to get her back open. So keep you guys updated on that. Aside from that, they were going to show up yesterday, but with the rain, Caliber LLC is on site to begin working on the cold storage building. So, other than that, we've been mowing. With the rain, we're gonna have to hit them pretty hard. Hopefully have everything mowed on the pavements by July 4th.
Any questions, Brian?
Just a quick question on the replacement building. Is it basically the building we had before? Did we change anything, size, materials?
The only thing that I changed is it had a door on the north and on a door on the south, and I changed it to where there would be one door on the south and 2 doors on the west side on the north side. That's really the only change I made.
Still basically a stick building with metal roof?
Correct, with lights and that.
Will this have a concrete flooring in that,
Yeah.
or just?
Yeah,
It will, okay.
yeah,
That's an improvement.
it is. There was some concrete in it, but they had put some sort of chloride on the floor, and it was awfully sticky and hard to maintain.
Thank you.
Brian, you have an anticipated date of a completion on that project?
On the building, in our documents and the submittals that we gave to FEMA, we have to have it done by December, but I do have a completion date of October. October 1st. So,
You can tell the guys mowing, they're doing a good job. It looks good where they mowed so far.
that grass is thick this year.
So,
I will. Thanks.
Marty from Sheriff's Office?
Good morning. Been busy with the sheriff's office. Just a quick overview with jail statistics is we had 46 inmates. 30 of them are Brookings County inmates and 16 are out-of-county inmates. 24/7 continues to stay busy with 147 participants, 42 PBTs, 9 remote breath tests, 16 scram, 55 UAs, and drug court has 6 participants, Hope Court has 0 at this time, DOI court has 11, so that area stays busy. The deputy and our new K-9 graduated, I believe it was last week. He's been out and been deployed a couple times, helping the city police and the highway patrol. We did get a call from Watertown asking for assistance with our dog. They had our dog will track also, and they wanted to do an evidence track, but then it called it off. And I'm willing to go to another out of county. Just fact is that the state provided the largest amount of funds for the dog. So part of the deal is that if another agency needs some help, that we would do that. But they called us off, so we didn't have to do that. So the dog did well in school, and so we're anxious to utilize that. Also, we had the crop plane accident last week that fortunately there was minor injuries and no property damage, and my office did a good job of getting there. One of my investigators did the investigation of that, and everything, getting a hold of FAA and doing certain things, and so that went well. Also, we're just busy with traffic complaints. Summertime, cars are speeding, stop sign violations, those types of things. Alcohol compliance checks we completed. Also, we had, this will be the 4th pursuit that we've been involved in, and it ended well. I don't like pursuits, but just a little background on pursuits, how they go is that when a deputy gets into a pursuit, he has to dispatch, call the patrol sergeant who calls me. So then there's 2 of us that are on the air with the radios. And so we're monitoring the pursuit. And what we look for is speed, the conditions of the road, and how much traffic there is. You know, and it'll be our call to call the pursuit off if need be. When the highway patrol becomes involved, then they get a supervisor that comes on the air. So then there's plenty of people on the air to monitor. This pursuit was speedy at 109. Traffic was light, so we let them continue the pursuit because there was a highway patrolman coming out of Huron who was able to initiate the stop sticks and deflated the tires, and it ended with nobody getting hurt, and that's the main thing. So I don't like pursuits. I don't know why we have so many right now, but pursuits are tough to determine if it should continue or if we should end it. So, but there are supervisors on the radio to monitor this, and if traffic becomes heavy or conditions of the road on gravel and things like that, then we'll call it off too. So anyway, any questions?
Marty, the only question, the marshal service, their numbers are down quite a bit, or
For what now?
the marshal service inmates?
Yeah, I don't know. We're down to 5, and my guess they're going to load us up eventually. What they'll do is, sometimes that happens. The ones we had been with the marshal service for a period of time, and so now they're getting them into court and so forth, and so I should have a new batch coming. So, but yeah, We're down right now, yes.
Okay.
Down to 5.
Any other questions? Thank you. Lori?
Good morning.
Morning.
Just a reminder that Monday, we will have our hand count for the election for the primary. It is happening in every county. I've had some people asking me why Brookings County is doing it, but it is every county in the state is doing their hand count, just to help verify that the machines are working correctly. Ours is taking place Monday at 9 o'clock here in the chambers. I drew the activity center, which has about 375 ballots. We will be counting the presidential race and then also precinct man 15. It was difficult to get people to hand count, contrary to what we were hearing that everybody would want to come hand count. It was difficult to get some people. We do have 8 that we hired to come in and hand count. And then myself and alternating Jenna and Kim will be up here during the day to assist with that. It is open to the public, so anybody that wants to come and watch can do so. And that's all I've got.
Any questions for Lori? Thank you. Bob?
Good morning. Last couple of weeks ago, I was supposed to go to a emergency operations planning class in a rural EOC. That was canceled by the state of South Dakota due to lack of people signing up for it. Last week, the emergency management 18 kilowatt generator was brought over and hooked up to this building for emergency usage until the main generator is installed. Had a PPCC meeting held Thursday at the East Fire Station. Afterwards, I went over and assisted South Dakota State University with a tabletop exercise. I served as an evaluator for them. Also had a weather-related newspaper article published in the Brookings Register on Thursday, and that's going to be an ongoing thing that they've given me the opportunity to publish a new weather-related type article weekly, so we're working on the second one now, and we'll see how it goes. We had a big thunderstorm watch Sunday night late, but nothing come out of it. Yesterday, I received the storm shelter policy for this particular building and the city of Brookings. What sometimes the public don't realize, Brookings County itself, we do not maintain severe weather shelters, storm shelters. Each community does. So if you live in a community and you don't know where your particular shelter is, I'd recommend you contact your local fire chief. They typically know which building they consider a storm shelter. But in the city of Brookings, obviously the basement of this building is considered the city of Brookings storm shelter. And I got an update on the Madera Township project. And it says that they've done the latest modeling with the NRCS, and now they are working on a maintenance manual. They should have a draft of the maintenance manual ready for our review by the end of the month. And that came from the person in charge of that exercise. And that's all I've got this week. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you. Item C is Finance Officer's Report, and we have some be it noted items. Auditor's Account, Highway Expenditure Report, Register of Deeds Statement of Fees Collected. And item 2 is to approve second quarter transfers for budget appropriations. Item A is from General Fund 101-4-911-4294 to the Road and Bridge Fund 201-3-371-0000 in the amount of $771,250. And item B is from General Fund 101-4-911-4290 to Emergency Management Fund 226-4-371-0000 in the amount of $33,493. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move approval both A and B.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions, additions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carried. We have a scheduled 9 o'clock, but it's not yet 9 o'clock, so we'll move on to regular business. Item number 8A, action to approve resolution number 24-21, a plat of Turtle Bay Addition located in the south half of Government Lot 1 in the northeast quarter of Section 29, Township 109 North, Range 50 West of the 5th Prime Meridian, and in the portion of the northeast quarter of the southeast quarter of Section 29, Township 109 North, Range 50 West of the 5th Prime Meridian, and a portion of Government Lot 2 in the southwest quarter of Section 28, Township 109 North, Range 50 West of the 5th Prime Meridian, all in Brookings County, South Dakota. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments?
This is a real good, large development down on Lake. The County Planning Commission approved unanimously and sent to this board with a recommendation that you approve it.
Okay. Any questions, Bob? Hearing none.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Hassler,
Aye.
Bartley,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
motion carries.
Thank you.
Item B, action to approve resolution number 24-22, a resolution authorizing the City of Elkton and the City of Brookings to join the Brookings County Regional Railroad Authority. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Comments?
Give me a second here. So the Railroad Authority has asked both of these entities, the City of Brookings and the City of Elkton, to become members of the authority. If you recall, one of the last meetings, we dissolved the Railroad Safety Authority. That was in partnership with the City of Brookings. So in doing that, the Railroad Authority has had some meetings, some discussions about inviting these other two entities now to join. Both of them have approved resolutions on their part. Authorize basically the Railroad Authority to add these new members, and then I have a Railroad Authority meeting actually scheduled for later this week, and they will then pass a similar resolution as well.
Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Hassler,
Aye.
Bartley,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
motion carries.
Item C, action to approve resolution number 24-23, the Brookings County Drug-Free Workplace Policy. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments?
This is a resolution that's needed as part of the CDBG grant process. HR, Dan Nelson, State's Attorney, myself, we've all reviewed the resolution. It doesn't contain any language that is different or that is in contrary to our current drug policy that we have in our employee handbook, so we're comfortable with the board approving this.
Okay. Any other questions? Roll, please.
Bartley,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Hassler,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
motion carries.
Item D is action to approve agreement number 24-57, the 2024-2025 Roberts County Jail Bed Per Diem Contract. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move approval.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Comments? Hearing none. Pretty straightforward, I guess. Okay. Any questions for Marty? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Hostler,
Aye.
Bartley,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
motion carries.
Item E, action approve agreement number 24-58, an application for occupancy of right-of-way county highway made by Otter Tail Power Company in the town of Bushnell. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Comments? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carried. Item F is action to approve agreement number 24-59, an application for occupancy of the right-of-way of county highways made by Otter Tail Power Company in the town of Bushnell. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move approval.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments? Brian, this is just, it's called crossing County Road 34, is it?
This one would be along County Road 34. It's just a maintenance project. They're replacing the power poles and the power lines. And the 25 would just be crossing from the substation on the west side of the road of Main Street to the east side of the road of Main Street.
Okay. Just clarify that. It's county roads within Bushnell then.
Correct.
Any other questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carried. Item G, action to approve the low bid of $129,566 for P25 Phase 1 trunking radios to Vantech Communications. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Comments?
I've got Brian here with any questions. Get 4 bids from 2 suppliers. Each of those bids that we got are different brands of radio. I guess it sounds like either one would do us, and looks like the ICOM would save us some money. I guess if you got questions as far as technical wise, I do have Brian here to answer any questions from Vantech.
Just a quick question. These are all compatible with Bob's radios. He's going to get 2 of these, but they're compatible with the radios he already has.
Yes.
Okay.
And they would be compatible with other departments such as sheriff or state highway also.
Brookings City Fire has radios like this, other fire departments, those types of things, ambulance service, of course.
Okay. I didn't look through. Is there a warranty?
So,
Any other questions? And this is for a total of how many?
The way
56.
the way the bid read, I had 51 dash mounted, which would be these guys. So 43 pieces of equipment, 3 for our outside shops or outside satellite shops, and then 3, 1 in the break room, and then 1 out in the shop. And then also 1 would be an addition compared to what we have, would be in the truck shed, because without the ignition on, you wouldn't be able to hear the radio in the truck shed.
Are all these radios compatible then with the sheriff and fire departments in the area?
yes, absolutely.
Do we know if all our fire departments have this capability with these radios?
Yes.
Digital? Okay.
I'm very familiar with Brookings Fire Department. They have this handheld exactly. So, yes, absolutely. And I'll make sure that we get them programmed so that they can talk back and forth.
That's my next question, is to make sure all the programming is appropriate for all these radios and all the different departments we need. It's a big investment we need to make
Yes.
sure that it all communicates well. Thank you.
How many handhelds did you get then?
5.
5.
Be 4 for the highway department and 1 for Bob's office.
Okay. Is there any training that's involved with the user use or?
It's pretty straightforward. The display has a full word display, but yes, I will absolutely sit down with the group at the highway department. If he wants me to go through every individual with it, absolutely will. So,
I guess my goal would be that other entities, emergency contact, would be able to switch to our channel to communicate with us and to try to lessen the confusion.
What would it take for like the sheriff's office, if this is, I'm assuming this is gonna be a new, channel with them?
yes.
What would it take to make sure that the sheriff's office and all the surroundings has their channel programmed to the radios? Is there gonna be a cost to do something like that?
There will be, but I'm working on a way to do that remotely, so I don't necessarily have to come out and touch the radios. I can sit in my office and do that. That hopefully will be finished up this week, that we can do that. So it's going to be minimal cost to do that. But yes, there'll be a small investment. So.
We mentioned before surplus in the other radios. You were willing to
I'm
purchase.
willing to give you a trade-in value on any of them. If they're a functioning radio and we have the radio and the microphone is, excuse me, is the basic components that I need. Depending on the model, I'll give you a price for them. And I'll let you decide if you want to take that off of the contract price, or if you want me to write a check for them, or how you want to handle it, or if you want to sell them out locally to farmers in the county. That's entirely your choice.
Right, because we'll have to surplus them
Correct.
accordingly, so. Okay. Call the roll, please.
Hostler?
Aye.
Bartley?
Aye.
Vanderwall?
Aye.
Jensen?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
For doing all that work to get that put together. Appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
We'll go back to item number 7, schedule agenda items, 9 o'clock. A public hearing and action to approve the transfer of a retail on-off sale malt beverage and South Dakota farm wine license from Good Roots Farm and Garden to Good Roots Farm and Garden LLC. Do I have a motion to approve?
So,
Move.
second.
A motion second. I would now open public hearing. Any proponents that would like to speak to this item? Is there any proponents that would like to speak to this item? Okay. Opponents? Is there any opponents that would like to speak to this item? Any other comments the commission would have?
Just the transfer that is needed due to the change to the LLC. So I believe everything's in order. This was just the last final step that needed to be done.
Okay, I would close the public hearing. Call the roll, please.
Bartley?
Aye.
Vanderwall?
Aye.
Hostler?
Aye.
Jensen?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B, public hearing and action to approve a resolution number 24-20, a supplemental budget resolution. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. I would now open the public hearing. Is there any proponents that would like to speak to this item? Any proponents? Any opponents? Is there any opponents that like to speak to this item? Hearing none, is there any comments?
This is for the Rural Access Infrastructure Fund. What I've been doing is, waiting to see. We don't really know until January exactly what we have for projects. So rather than budgeting a large dollar amount and then only spending, we just do a supplemental budget. So this is putting $300,000 into that budget for 2024. We've spent about $65,000 already this year for 2023 projects, but that bills came in too late to pay in 23, and then we have just over $200,000 approved for 2024 projects, understanding that those prices might change a little bit because of those estimates were provided, last year sometime. So we think the $300,000 gives us a little room within that fund to pay for those projects here now this year.
Okay. I'd like to close the public hearing. Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Hostler,
Aye.
Bartley,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
motion carries.
Back to item number 9, Commission Department Directors Report.
Veteran Service Officer report. We have 174 veterans that were assisted in May, 7 DAV or beta rides that were scheduled and given, and then 4 different outreach events that they attended. Moving on, the general fund surplus for May was at 47%. That's above our 10-year average of 42.3%. So we just continue to watch that as the year goes on. So we're in pretty good shape there. We did receive notification of a raffle that's taking place in Brookings County. South Dakota Corn Growers Association will be conducting a couple raffles at an upcoming golf tournament. There is a state statute that requires entities to inform the commission of raffles being held in the county. Doesn't happen very often, so when we do get informed, we want to bring that to your attention. But yes, there is a statute that says that. But anyway, wanted to make you aware of that. Other than that, I don't see my other page of my report is missing. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, maybe I'll go do it this way. You can look at the dates here. There we go. Tonight is the Research Park Appreciation Night. For those of you that RSVP'd for that, that is tonight. Tomorrow, don't forget, it will be a long day of budget hearings right next door in the community room. 8 a.m., not 8:30, starting at 8 a.m., kind of getting our ducks in a row, and then I think the first one starts at 8:15 or 8:30. The hand count, as Lori had mentioned, is next Monday here in the chambers at 9 a.m. Also on Monday next week, we have RSO Appreciation Night out at the BCOAC. Wednesday next week is the STIP review. That's at the First District offices up in Watertown at 10. 4th of July is just right around the corner. On that Thursday, offices will be closed for the holiday. Looking out a little bit further into August, we have the 10 county meeting. If that's not on your calendar already, get that added. That'll be up in Watertown, and Cottington County is hosting that on the 14th of August. The next day, we have our Conservation District Tour, 8 to noon. And then even a little bit further out, Labor Day, offices closed. And then if you don't have it on your calendar too, the SDACC Fall Convention, it's going to be out in Rapid City this year at the Ramcota out there, September 16th through September 18th. And do have hotel rooms reserved and whatnot. So more information will be coming up, usually probably in July, where we start asking about attendance for that. So that's all I have, unless you have any questions for me.
Any questions, Stacy? Thank you. Item number 10, the State's Attorney's Office report.
Yeah, we hired a new human services assistant that will start first part of July. It's Amanda Becker. She's coming up from actually a State's Attorney's office down in Nebraska. Her husband and 2 kids are moving to Brookings. They were previously moving here because of her husband's work, so we're happy to have her start. She comes in with a lot of good experience. She'll be a good asset for the county. So we're looking to start her, yeah, like I said, first part of July. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Item 11, Commissioner reports. Commissioner Vanderwall.
Thank you. On Monday, June 10, I attended the 214 meeting. We've got some progress being made there. Also, later on that evening, I attended the Aurora City Council meeting. And on Tuesday, June 11, I attended the power meeting in Toronto. And on Thursday, June 13th, the county safety committee meeting, dinner at good food at the BCOAC. Good attendance as well. Thank you.
Commissioner Bartley.
All right. Action and did some other business on the 10th. I attended a board meeting with Brookings Behavioral Health and Wellness. It was just an update on financials. It looks good. We'll have another update next week on the building project. I think that's looking good. If you drive by, you'll see a fence up, some buildings tore down, and work is progressing. Also on the 13th, went to the safety picnic. I can't remember her name from Risk Management, did a nice talk on hearing conservation, which I really appreciated, being in that particular business. So she was correct in all her thoughts and facts and figures. So it was had a good lunch. Thank you. That's it.
Mr. Hostler.
On the 11th, attended the BEDC retreat over at First Bank and Trust. On the 13th, with Commissioner Vanderwall and the other commissioners, attended the safety picnic. And then on the 15th, just this last Saturday, attended the Brookings County Republican meeting out at the BCOAC. That's my report.
Thank you. June 10th, I also went to the 214th Street discussion. July 3rd, end of the 3rd week, somewhere in there, where we'll be having an open house to discuss the development of that. It'll be noticed when we get closer to that date. The 13th, I also went to the county safety picnic. Had a good presentation, like Commissioner Bartley said, on our hearing preservation, and I thought the food was good, and it was a good turnout. So that's all I had. Item number 12 on the agenda is executive session. 1-25-2, parenthesis 1, personnel. Do I have a motion to enter?
Second.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
All right.
Pose same sign. We're in executive session.